The risk profile of SAPS members, circumstances around these kinds of killings on and off duty, and the motive of cop killers. For more, let's chat to our independent crime analyst, that's Dr. Chris de Kok. He joins us on the line now from Johannesburg. Good afternoon, Chris. Always a pleasure having you on the SABC News Desk, and thank you for making time on the weekend at that.
Good afternoon to you and to the listeners.
Chris, sad news from KwaZulu-Natal this week yet again. Another policeman taken down in the prime of his life. It's starting to feel like it takes tragedies like this to really open up a national conversation on incidents like this, which are sadly becoming more and more commonplace.
I've heard a figure that the minister referred to. That sounds very high. Actually, that figure is higher. This is for this year alone. That figure must be higher. I don't have figures with me now, but that figure sounds higher than the figures of previous years. So this is quite worrying. This is a result of the violence that our criminals are prepared to use. This country has, unfortunately, very high levels of violence. And anybody who stands in the way of the criminals will get it. And that is very worrying.
The police minister just a little while ago calling on policemen to really arm themselves and respond with force. How much of force would you say is excessive, and how do we start to measure what kind of force or to what degree such force is acceptable and what is not, and in what circumstances excessive force should be used by policemen, Chris?
Well, I think in South Africa, as I've said, the violent level is very high. Criminals are very dangerous, and I think the force that the police should use is whatever they can use within the boundaries of the law. The law prescribes under what circumstances police may shoot and what force they may use. Now, if they have to defend themselves, they have to. I agree with the minister. There is no way that police can be shot around each corner, and we can have these high levels of death amongst our police officers. That is really not acceptable. So if they come under fire, actually, I've said it before and I'm going to repeat it again. I have heard of experts overseas that the moment that a criminal starts to fire shots at the police officer, that is already too late for the police officer to now react. The moment that, the criminal has got his gun in the hand, and the police officer still has to draw his weapon, then it's already too late. That police officer may either die or be injured very, very, very badly.
Chris, just on that note, there is a counter-argument here, where there are those who are concerned that we might be seeing an increasing militarization of the SAPS, which is concerned with serving the public, rather. And the minister has taken some flack and come under criticism for being called in the media the cowboy minister who tells police to defend themselves when suspects shoot at them. It's not the first time the minister has made such utterances. What do you make of this time around, Chris?
Yeah, I first want to say that there's no connection between militarization on the one hand and the police defending themselves. There can be no connection. The police should defend themselves. There is no way that our police can be killed just because they are police. And they stand between the criminals, whatever they want to do. And on the so-called cowboy minister, and when the minister was the cowboy national commissioner, I have already said in the past, and I will repeat myself, and some of my colleagues may not agree, but maybe we need a little bit of, in this country, a little bit of a cowboy minister or a cowboy national commissioner. Let me tell you, this country has got such high levels of violence that very recently, it was classified among the 20 countries and I don't want to mention the names of the other countries because those are not good companies, of such high levels of violence that tourists can't be safe in this country. Just very recently, it was listed about 3 weeks ago. And this is not the first time. This happens quite regularly. And unfortunately, we will have to use force if the police come under fire.
All right, Chris, before...
Also in this specific case of this officer, when I heard last week how he was killed, okay, only on the fact that I've got, I mean, I don't have all the facts. But it's a pity that he came under fire, he and his colleague came under fire, and it seems there were no time to call for backup.
Chris,
because that...
Yes. Chris, while I have you here, we are running out of time, and I have to ask you this one. We had some really distressing images come out of TUT this week, where the student Katleko Monoreng was allegedly shot dead by police during a protest. Now we want to specify that this is not a uniquely South African problem, and there are international and local cases for this. But what can be done to effectively improve how the police manage the use of force in the line of duty? And will it be prudent now for the police minister to investigate this case thoroughly and hold those accountable under his watch?
Well, there is a total different kettle of fish. When it comes to the police crowd management, even the crowd management, when we saw the xenophobia or the white city this week, all the crowd management, there is a lot to do in that regard. And I must say that is an unfortunate incident, which is under investigation, so I don't want to talk too much about that specific incident at TUT. But clearly, the police can't use sharp ammunition in any situation of crowd control. I mean, we have seen what can happen in Marikana, and we should guard against any repeat of Marikana. So I think a lot must be done, and I think police officers must properly be trained in crowd dynamics so that they understand when a crowd becomes dangerous and what actions do they use. There are many other actions that they could use before that actually start action.
Dr. Chris de Kok joining us on the line there from Johannesburg. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable insights with us right here on the SABC News Desk this weekend.